Alright, so here's what I've found. It's definitely more expensive. But I treated this piece of wood with a polyurethane. And if you look at it, it really, I mean, it's got a little sheen to it, but it hasn't got a real coat of protection, if I, you know, in my eyes anyway. And I don't even know why I'm doing this now. I guess it's just to do it, you know, I don't know. So I find that even though it's more expensive, the epoxy seems to give a better sheen, deeper, just seems to be better. But it's a lot more expensive. You know, so it's something you're not going to want to use on just any piece of lumber or material because you really don't need it. But in this case, for me just playing around with it, I kind of like it. And I'm not doing this with a bunch of wood. I'm not getting into a funk here where I'm just going to start epoxying every piece of wood that I see. But I just want to try a couple of them just to give me something to do and try things. I don't mind just farting around and trying things. You don't learn, you don't know until you try. You know? I mean, everybody does it their way and it works. But you're not going to know until you really try. And trying it when you need it is not the time to be trying it. You know? That's like when I was talking to the newspaper reporter and we were talking about how some people just get lost if they can't go home the same way all the time. You know, and that you know, they should have more than one way. They should know, right? And okay, this is off, let me go around. You know, not like, oh shit, the world's coming to the end, because this is the only way I know. Well, knowing another way is good, but don't wait until you need it to try it. Do a test run. Because someday you may need it, and you don't want to be in a funk and in a panic, you know, if in fact you can't go a certain way that you used to go in all your life, and you haven't got enough brains to figure out that all you had to do is go around the block. Because you're in a panic mode, because you can't go home the way you used to go home. And people do panic over that, believe it or not. Some people's stress point is different than others. And they panic a lot quicker. That's all there is to it. Well, they wouldn't panic as much if they had another routine, you know, or another option, another plan. Today, or actually tomorrow, is my wife's birthday. So her sister is taking her out for dinner today, or lunch, and that's what the barking is all about out there, because my sister-in-law just pulled up, and they're going to go nuts until they pull away, because she's taking their mommy away. I'm gonna have to go out there, I guess. They didn't do that. Yeah. Okay, they drove away. Now they'll probably come in here to check and see if I'm here.
I'd say his ridges were a little more pronounced.
Make sure they're not alone.
Increase facial ridge height by
And to let me know that Mommy is in
I think
here.
his eyes were wider at first.
computer. Increase the space between the eyes by 3 centimeters. Increase skin color and texture. That's him.
Has anybody seen this species before? While you were awake, Seven.
He doesn't resemble any species assimilated by
But anyway,
So is he just a big...
like I was saying earlier,
He is all but imagining the exact same thing.
we can see something on YouTube,
He's attempting to make telepathic contact.
you know, and say, oh, yeah, alright, well, if I ever need it, I know where to go, or I'll know what video to watch, or we sub them, you know, knowing that there's going to be something there, and that's fine, but until you actually try it,
So where do we look?
you know,
In our dreams.
you never know. And you don't want to try it
So do you want to communicate with
when
family?
you need to do it, and you're
How do you
maybe in a funk or in a hurry to get it done.
lucid dreaming?
So that's not the time to start trying something.
That happened to me
So
once. I dreamt
I'm not saying farting around like I do
I could fly, and I could do whatever I wanted. I was in complete control of the dream.
is the way to go.
By accident, something
I just, you know, happen to have a little time on my hands today. The wife doesn't want to do much outside. That's fine. It's her birthday. I don't want her to do anything outside.
How do we know you'll be able to wake up again?
But
It's kind of like self-hypnosis. Before I go to sleep,
I'm gonna just fart around a little of this for now. Just
once I see it, I can make myself
chill a little bit. There's a couple pieces of wood out there I actually did find in that. Hey, Tuck. Yeah. I knew you were gonna come in. I knew you were gonna come in because Mommy went with her sister, huh? Yeah, Mommy went out with Auntie Joanne. Huh? Yeah. What, you want a treat? Now, you know that you don't want one, but I'll give it to you anyway.
Wherever he is.
Alright, let's see what we got. You like chicken, I think. You want chicken or you want yogurt stick? Yogurt's probably better for you. But we'll figure it out. Is that what you want? There you go. So anyway, like I said, I just putz around. Not only that, but you know, I don't know about you guys, but I've always worked 2 jobs and half my life 3 jobs. You know, half my working life 3 jobs. So I've always been working. Now I pick up and have picked up a lot of knowledge through the course of these years and all these jobs, you know, that I appreciate, and I would probably do it again. But now it's time to like just chill, you know, and do nothing. Now I still do, as you know, I'm still with the fire department on a volunteer basis. With the Coast Guard Auxiliary, which is also a volunteer thing. But I still like to stay active and kind of help out with the community as much as possible. You know, it just, I don't know. If you haven't tried it, sometimes it's worth trying just to say, I did it. You know? Plus, if you want to look at it on the selfish point of view, it looks good on your resume. Oh, he volunteers, he does this, he likes to give back to his community, you know, and believe it or not. What you want, buddy? What do you want, another one? Boy, you're going strong today, huh? Did you not eat? Here, there's 2 here. Here, I'll put another one there for you. You know, but on the other side of the coin, I find it to be rewarding. You know, and fun, interesting, sometimes not so fun, because it can be dangerous. I know I'm just rattling on here, but you know, it's just things that I'm used to. I'm used to being active. When I'm not active, I don't feel right. So even just coming out here doing this, it actually relaxes me. Now, am I going to do anything with this? I have no idea. Do I care? No, I don't care. It'll sit around long enough, and I'll say, oh, wait a minute. You know, I could do something with that. You know? So, and that's kind of like the way it works. Now the thing is to pick it up. Yeah, why didn't I think of that ahead of time? I should have done that first. So we'll do it now. I got the shelf up in the living room. Are you back? Are you taking him out there for your brothers? Oh, you're stealing them? I don't believe you're eating them that fast. I think he's bringing them out and giving them to his brothers. That's what I think he's doing. So we'll move that right there for now. Just let it sit there. So anyway, wherever I was before I got interrupted by little Bow Wow. That's Tucker. Yeah. Now I have a little bit left, and I really don't know what to do with it. I hate to see it waste because it does cost. So, oh, you know what I can do? I got this funky looking little piece over here that I can probably do something with. Alright, we'll put some on here just for the hell of it. Seeing that I've got nothing else to do with it, and I don't want this to go to waste. So meanwhile, I gotta think about what I want to do for my wife for her birthday. It's to a point now to where it's hard. You know, and I don't want to sound like, oh boy, you know, and brag, because by no means am I trying to. But when you start getting older in life, you have everything that you need. So what do? You know, what do you buy? You know, flowers die, and she'd get pissed if I bought her flowers, because she'd say they die, and it's a waste of money. Her or I care for artificial plants or flowers around the house. We don't like crap. We don't, well, I call it crap, but you know, we're not into. Are you eating these that fast, Tuck? I don't believe it. What are you doing with this thing, buddy? But we don't like knickknacks, if that's what you want to call them. We don't have a lot of paintings on the walls, you know, or pictures. We have a few family, you know, portraits over in one area, where there's a couple little shelves. They sit over there on the shelf. You know, so we don't really need anything. Jewelry? I don't even want to get into that. You know, I mean, again, I'm not trying to sound like an ass, but she's got all the diamonds and rubies and sapphires that she needs. If she decided to get rid of them, well, I can't say if she'd retire, because she's retired, but we wouldn't have to worry too much. Not that we're really worrying too much now, but you know, getting old And outliving your money can be a problem.
I have it, Captain. Equipment 139, Mark 42. Hi, Captain.
When you're young, you may not think of that, but I'm telling you now.
Where we're heading? Past the 8-inch territory. Once we're clear of it, Harry and the others should wake up. The rest of us can finally get some sleep.
You want to put away for those rainy days. And those days that you're going to sit back and say, man, I wish I did. That's one of my only regrets, not putting away as much as I felt now that I should have. I pissed away a lot of money. I still do, and I'm trying to slow down on it, but it's a habit. It's one of the only bad habits I have. And like any other habit, it will affect your life.